Right friends, today I have a review of the Seiko SARG011. It's actually a watch that is now discontinued. It's a piece that is sort of in the classical shape, but one that is ultimately quite sort of legible and a piece that is a workhorse in a sense. It comes packaged in the usual sort of Seiko boxing, outer white sleeving with an inner grey box. Very much a sort of a fairly cheap sort of carded grey box, nothing sort of out of the ordinary. Usual sort of manual, and you get some swing tags to show that this is a JDM version, so only a version that is for the Japanese domestic market, but one that is available or was available for export through some special channels, and that's how I obtained the watch. Now the piece itself is very legible. It has Arabic numerals, and for the odd hours it does have those batons. Also, what is nice is that really nice lengthy red tipped second hands. We also have a frame date window, which I really like the look of. It has this almost sort of like a gunmetal look to the actual surround itself. The date window is a little bit small, it could have been a bit bigger to make the date a bit more legible, but it's not, you know, a great biggie. Loom is really good, and you also have like a framing around the hour and minute hands for the loom. Now the crown itself is signatured with the Seiko S symbol, but it doesn't actually lock into place, so be very careful if taking it into the water. It's quite a bit of polished finishing to the actual watch, along with some matte sort of graining around the actual bezel itself. Now we do have an exhibition or a clear exhibition case back, which reveals the 615 RC mechanical movement, and it's a movement that Seiko do actually use in quite a few of their other watches, and I'll talk a little bit about the movement later, about my thoughts of it. Now, going back to the actual watch itself, the dial, it does have the classic railroad tracking to it, which just adds another bit of legibility to it. The watch came shipped with a really gorgeous black calfskin butterfly deployant clasp. I actually changed it over, but that strap is actually really nice. The one that I've put on here is by, I believe, Straps Co., and it's actually a really nice supple leather here, and with that sort of brown, it's really quite offsetted quite nicely, and we've got sort of cream stitching to it. So, you know, this is a watch where if you change the straps over, you know, it does really give it a totally new look altogether. Now, the AR coating, I think there is AR coating on this piece, but in some lights it's not, you know, amazing. You know, going back to the actual movement itself, the one thing that I would say is when I read reviews, I can actually see, and especially with my watch, it does gain a bit of time, and I think now it's running at about 20 seconds plus, so I think I probably will need to get it regulated at a watchmaker, so just be careful of that. I think there have been a few issues with this particular movement, but I think once regulated, and if you can iron out any magnetism issues, then it's a real workhorse of a movement. The actual watch itself, it's a 40mm diameter case. The crown and the movement, it does hack, so you can reference it against another watch for accurate timekeeping, and it's 12mm thick, the actual case. Lug width is about 20mm, and it has 10 bar or 100mm of water resistance, so it's okay if you're just sort of, you know, going in the shower, shall we say. The actual watch itself, in terms of an overall summary, for the price, I think I paid between £300 and £400. You know, it's a good beater of a watch, and it's one that Seiko has chosen to discontinue. So, you know, I think the prices of it is likely to sort of go up in the future. On the wrist itself, you know, it does have a real presence. I actually thought it would be a lot smaller when you wear it, but when you do actually put the piece on, there is a bit of heft to it, which is actually sort of quite nice. And you can wear it, dress it up or down as well at the same time. So overall, a nice piece from Seiko.
Friends, are you enjoying the video so far? If so, please consider liking and subscribing. And please let me know if there's anything I can improve for your viewing content.